Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Superior Livestock Representative Roger Janes. Roger, you are a busy guy. I mean, you are the spearhead of this auction. Everybody, it's a great way to kick off the summer. Everybody's enjoying themselves. They say, man, Council Bluffs is so fun. So just talk about what it's like in that auction room and what it's like to be there, not only having your customers, your consigners, but everybody that's there and just in good spirits.
Well, for 29 years, High Tech Marketing's had the opportunity to merchandise our cattle through Superior Livestock. And most of our cattle come back into the Midwest, into Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota, and Nebraska. And this is probably one of the closest sites for the majority of our buyers. I grew up with a lot of these guys that are my age now. We started up in Sioux City, Iowa at the terminal market. And it's just kind of a joy to come and reminisce the old days, and we got a lot of good Western cattle on here today, and our buyers really like those cattle.
You're exactly right. Your buyers do, and I know the room's already filling up in there. So talk about the cattle that you do have on today.
Well, for the most part, we're selling a lot of 3 and 4 generation family cattle. 29 years, probably 90% of them are. I think the youngest ones maybe a couple years, 3, 4 years that we picked up, but mostly all family owned, 3 or 4 generations. They've been with Superior. They've endorsed every value-added program that we could think of. They're progressive thinking people. But the integrity of the people the last 29 years. They've been with us. It says a lot about loyalty. It says a lot about customer satisfaction. But then on the other side, because it takes, 2 parts of the equation before you can have a seller, you have to have a buyer to make that sale. And also the buyers in this country. I know them, the integrity of them, the character of them. And when we describe a load of cattle and sell them, and they know exactly what they're going to get, and our people at the other end respect that, and that's what they deliver. They take a lot of pride in it, and I'm proud of that.
We are, and I know yesterday we had an event, Select Sires had an event. I know Merck sponsors a lot of things here, and people really just appreciate the different companies that take part in coming to these away auctions and being a part. And, it's one thing when you get to talk to your customers on the phone or people that you deal with in livestock business, but it's another when you get to see them and talk to them face to face.
Yes, our value-added programs has been really advantageous to both the seller and the consignor and the buyer. And we've got a lot of prime vac cattle, which is a Merck program that is kind of a sister program with our VAC 34 Plus, and they've been good to us. We've had good results with the vaccine. It's easy for our ranchers to use it. It doesn't put a lot of stress on the calves, so we've used it since we've had Vista Once SQ on the market, and we'll continue to do so as long as it works. We try and research that every year with follow-up.
Being a Superior Livestock Representative and in the cattle business for quite some time, you've seen the difference that it's brought for the cattle that participate in those programs on the auction. Tell us about that.
Oh, absolutely. When we first had, the vaccination program, they never vaccinated calf. They never rotated the bulls, and of course they just sold cattle. But as they got more organized and the programs and the value added came and the money came, it dictated that they do it. So.
Well, and I thank you for being on this morning. I better let you get back there with all your people in that auction room.
Pleasure. Thank you.
When we return, a special guest. Stay with us.